Hi guys, today's agenda will be SSR. Following that will be the anticipation guide reflection activity. So we're going to be reflecting on some of the top statements that were discussed yesterday in our discussion. That will be found on Canvas. And then as long as you are in your best behavior and you get your work done, there should be enough time for you to finish up The Outsiders. So I'm going to quickly go over expectations for this anticipation guide so that you are aware of what to do. So when you are in Canvas, you can go into modules. And then as you look into taking responsibility, you can click on the anticipation guide reflection. Once you are here, click load guide or anticipation guide, and this document will pop up for you. Okay, so it says below are the prompts that provided the most discussion in all 3 classes yesterday. For each prompt, provide your response and your reasoning. Then I would like for you to think of what the opposing viewpoints might say as to why they think the way they do. Each prompt needs at least 2 pieces of support from both sides. So the first one says, even if you aren't personally involved, if you see something is wrong, you should try to make it right. So depending on what your response was, I want you to start there, okay? If you thought this statement was true, if I'm watching something bad happen, I need to get involved to make it right, then you need to enter 2 reasons why you think that is true, okay? Then I want you to completely switch gears, and this is where it's probably going to be challenging, because if you don't believe this, sometimes it's hard to think in another person's perspective, but I'm going to ask you to really try, okay? What might be a reason that somebody would say, no, false, I'm not getting involved in that, okay? And I want you to list 2 ideas here, okay? Now for this right now, I want this to be individual because what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to have an opportunity for us to discuss in partners and then as a class, kind of the opposing viewpoint of this, okay? So right now this is individual. 2 reasons why you would think it would be true, 2 reasons that you would think it would be false. And then you go on to the next statement. Every action has a consequence. Think about what your response would be if you think it's false. What are 2 reasons it's false? Then think of the opposing viewpoint. What are 2 reasons that that could be true? Okay? And carry on for the last one. It is our responsibility to look after the ones we love. Once you're done with that, you're going to click submit. And yours will be up here. It doesn't show it in mine, but your submit button will be up here. It is technically due at the end of class period. And then you're going to go back into SSR. That is going to be your teacher's view or signal that you are done with the activity, it has been submitted, and that you would be ready to watch the Outsiders movie. In order for the movie to start, everybody has to be done with the anticipation guide reflection activity and needs to be reading an SSR appropriately, okay? Remember our expectations. We talked about making sure our eyes are on the text, that we are focused on our books, so we're not worried about peers. There's 0 electronics out. And of course, during this time, there should not be any talking because we're allowing other people to stay focused as well, okay? Please make sure you're on your best behavior, and I will see you guys all tomorrow.